doing the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Alderman Hoffman.
Here.
Alderman McKay. Here. Alderman Rucker.
Here.
Alderman Collins.
Here.
Alderman George.
Here.
Alderman Osteen.
Here.
Mayor Ross.
Here. Thank you. Next on the agenda is citizens' communications. This is a time set aside on the agenda for citizens and visitors to address the mayor and board on any topic that is not a public hearing. For those here in person, speakers will be restricted to 3 minutes unless otherwise permitted. Minutes may not be donated or transferred from one speaker to another. Any questions or comments for the mayor and board may also be sent to the city clerk at tbareth@osagebeach.org no later than 10 a.m. on the board's meeting day, which is the first and third Thursday of each month. Submitted questions and comments may be read during the citizen communications section of the agenda. The Board of Aldermen will not take any action on any item not listed on the agenda, nor will it respond to questions, although staff may be directed to respond at a later time. The mayor and the Board of Aldermen welcome and value input and feedback from the public. Is there anyone here in person who would like to address the board? Seeing none, we'll move along. Next item is the approval of the consent agenda. If the board desires, the consent agenda may be approved by a single motion. Tonight, the two items on the consent agenda are the minutes of the Board of Aldermen meeting from July 28, 2026 and August 6, 2026, and the bills list for August 20th, 2026. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, I just need a motion.
Motion to approve.
Alderman McKay.
Second.
Alderman George. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Financial update. That's April's, but she's back there trying to get the video taken care of, so give her just a second and she'll give us the financial update. I think there's some good news there. Thank you, April. Take your time.
Okay, sorry about that. The city's overall revenue collected through the end of July is $21.7 million, which is 21% above the year-to-date target. Citywide expenses through the end of July were $15.4 million, which is 36% under the year-to-date expenditure expectation. As far as general fund sales tax for August, it came in at 7.3% above last year and 16.6% above the monthly budget projection. And then year-to-date, general fund sales tax revenues are 8.9% above budget projections and 6.4% higher than the same period in 2025. So overall, the city's financial performance to date remains very strong.
Any questions or comments along that line? I'll just say the 6% year-over-year sales tax increase is better than some. I've talked to some of the mayors in the area, and that is significantly different than what some are doing. So I think our economy is pretty healthy in Osage Beach comparatively right now, and that's year-to-date numbers, not just for the period. Some of them are flat, basically flat year-to-date. So good news. All right, we'll move on to unfinished business. First is Bill 2678, an ordinance of the City of Osage Beach, Missouri, creating a new article and section within Chapter 405, Article 6B, Data Center and Co-location Facilities, Section 405.587, Data Center and Co-location Facilities, and additions to Section 405.020, definitions as set forth. This is second reading. Carrie Patterson, take it away, please.
Nothing further, Mayor, unless there's questions.
Any questions or comments on this? Excuse me. All right. See.
To approve.
Alderman Rucker, do I hear a second?
Second.
Alderman Hoffman, roll call, please.
Alderman George.
Yes.
Alderman Osteen.
Yes.
Alderman Rucker.
Yes.
Alderman Collins.
Yes.
Alderman McKay. Alderman Hoffman.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. Next item is Bill 2682, an ordinance of the City of Osage Beach, Missouri, authorizing the mayor to sign a contract with Utilis Incorporated, doing business as Astera, for for Osage Beach leak survey in an amount of $46,500. Second reading, Jeff Fisher, Public Works Director.
Nothing to add to the first discussion, Mayor.
All right, very good. Do I have any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none.
Motion to approve.
Alderman Collins, do I hear a second?
Second.
Alderman George. Roll call, please.
Alderman Osteen?
Yes.
Alderman Hoffman?
Yes.
Alderman Rucker?
Yes.
Alderman Collins?
Yes.
Alderman George?
Yes.
Alderman McKay?
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. Next item is Bill 2684, an ordinance of the City of Osage Beach, Missouri, amending Chapter 125 Human Resources System Personnel, Rules and Regulations, Section 125.160, Separation from Services, as set forth. This is the second reading. Alderman Rucker.
Nothing additional. If there's any questions, I'd be happy to entertain them.
Okay. Any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, just need a motion.
Motion to approve.
Alderman George.
Second.
Alderman McKay. Roll call, please.
Alderman Hoffman?
Yes.
Alderman Osteen?
Yes.
Alderman Rucker?
Yes.
Alderman George?
Yes.
Alderman Collins?
Yes.
Alderman McKay?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Thank you. Next item is Bill 2686, an ordinance of the City of Osage Beach, Missouri, adding to Section 405.670, Section 405.670D, exceptions to the city code as set forth. This is second reading. Carrie Patterson.
Nothing further, Mayor. Thank you.
Okay. Any questions? Alderman Rucker.
Why do we have the ordinance included? We normally don't have the ordinance included on the second reading. Was there something different in the first reading to the second reading? Is that why it's here, or what?
There's nothing different on this one. There's a different ordinance on the next one.
Or do you have any
I don't
idea?
have any answer, I don't have an answer as why
Okay,
that's
as long
in
as
there.
there's nothing.
Nothing new and
changed.
changed, no.
I just wanna make sure.
No changes, no.
Okay.
It may have just didn't get blocked out.
Okay,
I
that's fine.
apologize for that.
I just want to make
No
sure.
worries. Very good. Good question. Any other questions or comments? Okay. Just looking for a motion.
Motion to approve.
Alderman Hoffman, do I hear a second?
Second.
Alderman Rucker, roll call, please.
Alderman George?
Yes.
Alderman McKay?
Yes.
Alderman Hoffman?
Yes.
Alderman Rucker?
Yes.
Alderman Collins?
Yes.
Alderman Osteen?
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. Next item is Bill 2687, an ordinance of the City of Osage Beach, Missouri, amending sections 405.430, minimum dimensional requirements of the city code as set forth. Second reading. Carrie Patterson, City
My
Planner.
mistake. I pulled two blue sheets together, so that last bill did not. It's this one
Okay,
that does.
good.
When I turned them over, they were pulled together.
I'm like, oh goodness, no, thank goodness, all
my-
right.
Then my comment on this one is, yes, the new ordinance appears as amended at the last meeting. Recommend approval of the second reading.
Very good. Do we have any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, I just need a motion.
Motion to approve.
Alderman Collins, do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Alderman Osteen, roll call, please.
Alderman Rucker?
Yes.
Alderman McKay?
Yes.
Alderman Hoffman?
Yes.
Alderman Collins?
Yes.
Alderman Osteen?
Yes.
Alderman George?
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. Next item, Bill 2688, an ordinance of the City of Osage Beach, Missouri, authorizing the expenditure of funds for promotional efforts to support Operation Freedom Exchange for the Lake of the Ozarks Jeep Invasion in the amount of $5,000. This is second reading. April White, Interim City Administrator.
Nothing further to add.
Any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, just looking for a motion.
Motion to approve.
Alderman Osteen, do I hear a second?
Second.
Alderman Hoffman. Roll call, please.
Alderman McKay?
Yes.
Alderman Rucker?
Yes.
Alderman George?
Yes.
Alderman Osteen?
Yes.
Alderman Collins?
Yes.
Alderman Hoffman?
Yes.
Okay. Motion carries. Thank you. All right, the next one is Bill 2691, an ordinance approving a redevelopment agreement in connection with the Osage Beach Marketplace Tax Increment Financing Redevelopment Plan. This is the second reading. Mark Spikerman, do you need to, he's on with this. Do you have any comments at this time?
I do not, though. I understand certain board members may have a few amendments to offer.
Yes, there's a couple amendments coming, I believe. Okay, with that, we'll open it up to the board and any, Alderman Collins.
So we have two amendments for this RDA that we talked about in the last meeting. The first one is section 4.4E. You guys have a printout of this. 4.4E will now read, "The city may, at the developer's cost and approval, engage a consultant to assist in the performance of its duties under this section, and the developer shall fully cooperate with any reasonable request of such consultant. Any amount paid by the developer pursuant to this subsection shall constitute a developer-paid city administrative cost." We'll also add section 5.5 waiver to read, "Notwithstanding the foregoing, the Board of Aldermen may, in its sole discretion, waive any of the requirements and/or conditions to the issuance of the TIF obligations as set forth in Article 5.
Okay. So, Mark, can you give us a little bit of background or clarity on what all that means?
Sure, I'll take the amendment to section 4.4E first. That provides that should the developer seek to use a pay-as-you-go method for TIF reimbursement, the city can engage a consultant at the developer's cost, although the cost of that consultant, once paid by the developer, could then be reimbursed to the developer from TIF revenues under the other sections of the redevelopment agreement. That's the reference to the developer-paid administrative costs.
Okay, and this is in reference to Alderman Rucker's question from our last meeting. So this is how
That's
we're
correct.
addressing that question, Alderman Rucker. Okay, go ahead, Mark.
And then with respect to section 5.5, elsewhere in Article 5, there are certain preconditions, the issuance of TIF obligations, including that the developer basically have the entire financing set for all of either the retail phase or the entertainment hospitality phase. This would allow the board at its sole discretion to waive any of those obligations or any of those preconditions.
Okay,
Developer would have to come to the board and ask for such a waiver, and then you could grant it or deny it in your sole discretion.
okay. So the only question I have at this point is, should we have a motion first before discussion? So Alderman Collins, is that a motion?
I made a motion to amend.
Okay, very good. I have a motion on the floor. Do I hear a second?
I second it.
Alderman Rucker. Questions or comments from the board about the motion, the amendment motion on the floor? Alderman Rucker.
Amendment 5.5, don't we have that authority already in the agreement?
You could always approve a formal First Amendment to the agreement, changing any of the terms. This would just provide a quicker method of granting such a waiver or changing those terms.
Okay.
It's kind of
Okay.
the same thing, but a more efficient way or a more flexible way, I guess is the best
Yeah.
way. Is that a fair way to describe it, Mark?
Yes.
Okay. I thought we had it, but then when I seen it here, it's like, oh, we get it twice.
Okay.
Okay. That's all. Thank you.
Other questions or comments from any of the board members about this amendment, or these amendments on this motion? Okay. Then I'm seeing none, I just need a motion.
You already did.
Oh, I'm sorry, didn't.
Yeah.
A roll call, please.
Should be
Sorry.
up or down.
Yeah, roll call, please.
This is an up or down. This is a
Right,
roll
this is
call.
just that if you want a roll call, we can do a roll call. If you don't,
I suggested we did a roll call earlier, so
Okay, that's
let's do a
fine.
roll call on this one for the amendment.
okay. Alderman Hoffman.
Yes.
Alderman McKay.
Yes.
Alderman Collins.
Yes.
Alderman Rucker.
Yes.
Alderman Osteen.
Yes.
Alderman George.
Yes.
All right, motion to amend carries. So the next item is the motion, looking for a motion as amended.
Motion to approve the amended,
As amended.
as amended.
Okay. Alderman George, do I hear a
Second.
second? Was that Alderman Collins?
Yes.
Okay. Any discussion or questions? Seeing none, then roll call vote, please.
Alderman Osteen.
Yes.
Alderman Rucker.
Yes.
Alderman Collins.
Yes.
Alderman McKay.
Yes.
Alderman Hoffman.
Yes.
Alderman George.
Yes.
Motion carries. I think we just passed the outlet mall agreement.
All right. Hooray.
Look forward to working with you all, Chris.
Go get them, Foster.
Okay. All right, we'll move on to new business. First item is a motion to elect president of the board. Alderman Osteen had resigned, and so this brings this forward, and it's got my name on it, but this is the board's decision for any discussion or motion. Alderman
I'll
Hoffman.
make a motion to nominate Alderman Rebecca Collins to be our next president.
Okay, do I hear a second?
I will second that motion.
Alderman Osteen, any discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations, Alderman Collins.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Next item is Bill 2692, and an ordinance of the City of Osage Beach, Missouri, authorizing the mayor to execute state block grant agreement number 26-045A-1 between the City of Osage Beach, Missouri and Missouri Highway and Transportation Commission for the Grand Glaze Airport Pavement Project. First and second reading. Ty Denzel, Airport Manager. Is he here? Oh, April, are you taking this
Yeah.
one? Okay, very good. Go ahead, April.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the board. If you'll recall, back in April, you approved the grant application for this. This is now the grant agreement, or I should say it's a piece of the grant agreement. There will be an amendment forthcoming as the FAA releases the financial allotment. So this is a piece of it. And we're asking for first and second reading because, and this is for the Grand Glaze Pavement Maintenance Project. We are asking for first and second reading because this initial grant offer expires August 30th.
Very good. Any questions, Alderman Hoffman?
Yeah, I voted no against this the first time. I've since kind of softened my position. You know, whatever is going to happen to that airport is going to take a long time if it is ever going to change. So until then, it needs to operate as a good functional airport. So I'm going to semi-reluctantly support this tonight.
Very good. Oh, April, go right ahead.
And I should have included the city's investment on this is just $39,000.
That's design and implementation and construction,
That's
right?
design, construction, everything.
Right, great.
It was six, I thought
Alderman Collins.
it was 16,000.
Well, on this portion of the grant, but like I said, there's going to be amendments that are forthcoming.
Okay, got it. I was like,
This grant agreement, yes,
Okay.
16,000, so there'll be another 20,000 or so coming.
Right, because some of it's design and some of it's construction. Isn't that what we're dealing with
Yes,
here?
and the uniqueness of this one is just
The
all
way
the
it's funded.
different. That's why I included on page, I think it's page 90 of your packet, this grid that shows why this one is so,
Complicated?
yes, because there's different sections of the grant that FAA will release. There's non-primary entitlement funding, there's Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act funding. It's a lot of years and a lot of different funds that are about to expire that they were trying to squeeze in here for us.
So I think we're getting $400,000 or $500,000 worth of work for about $35,000 or $39,000. Am I in the ballpark?
The federal share is like 760-some
Oh, see the
thousand.
board.
Yeah, and we are just, we're obligated to about, 39,000 or so.
Okay. Any further questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, just need a motion.
motion to approve.
Alderman Collins, do I hear a second?
Second.
Alderman George, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carries on first reading. So do a second read for Bill 2692 as previously read. Any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, just need a motion.
Motion to approve.
Alderman Rucker, do I hear a second?
Second.
Alderman McKay, roll call, please.
Alderman Hoffman.
Yes.
Alderman Collins.
Yes.
Alderman Osteen.
Yes.
Alderman George.
Yes.
Alderman Rucker.
Yes.
Alderman McKay.
Yes.
Motion carries, thank you. Next item is Bill 2689, an ordinance of the City of Osage Beach, Missouri, authorizing the mayor to execute a construction contract with Parking Lot Maintenance LLC for the Grand Glaze Osage Beach Airfield Pavement Maintenance Project in an amount of $680,243.15. This is first reading. I assume, April, you're taking this one too?
Yes, Mayor. And this is that construction phase of that grant. And CMT, our engineer for the airport, is who handled this bid. And this is also who they recommended. I can answer any questions.
All right. Alderman Hoffman.
So what is our percentage of this?
It's complicated because some of it's
Round.
90%, some of it's
Just-
95%, some of it's 100%.
Just ballpark,
Okay,
It's around 23,000, isn't it? The difference between 16 and 39?
Right.
Okay,
yeah.
So 23,000,
okay.
round numbers.
Just getting on record, we're on the hook for 680,000.
Of which will be reimbursed all but about 23.
Which is guaranteed funds. I did ask that question specifically.
Okay.
Since what you just approved is less than this one, I asked that 100%, and they said, yeah, guaranteed funds. That's why I included this grid, just to show everyone.
Okay.
But yeah, the construction alone, yeah, about 30,000.
Excellent, thanks.
Yeah.
All right, any other questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, I just need a motion.
Well, I do have.
Did you have a question, Alderman Osteen?
Yes, just one question.
Go ahead.
What is our time frame for completion of this?
My impression was it'd be before the end of the fall. I think we're planning on getting it done this year. Am I right, Colton, or do you know?
Yes, I believe the intention is to start this fall and then go on. It's gonna be it's gonna be a long project. So it'll take probably about a year or so they have a lot of testing they have to do with the pavement.
So it'll start this fall, but in sometime next year, is that fair?
Yes.
Okay, by summer, you think? Or maybe through next summer?
I'll have to check with CMT on exactly the timeline, but
Okay.
speculation is probably around the fall.
Is it going to significantly impact any air traffic?
That's why I was asking, just
Yeah,
curious.
I believe they're gonna shut it down appropriately, but it might, so.
okay.
We'll work with the
News to me.
contractor on that.
Alderman George, go ahead.
If we close one down, I mean, we can divert to our other airport, correct? I mean, that's kind of the idea, so really being closed down, I mean, we have options, thankfully, so.
And I'm assuming we'll be strategic about when we close it, not on our busiest days and things like that.
Exactly.
Alderman Osteen.
I was just gonna request that, obviously it's still in the infancy stages, but if we get some type of follow-up on when and if they believe the airport will be shut down, just so we can get in front of that to notify our citizens, statewide level, et cetera, that due
imagine
to
they'll do
maintenance,
that.
reconstruction, we get some time frame.
Yeah, we'll follow up and let you know, but those, I don't know how you say it, NOTAMs, the notice to airmen, that would go out regardless. CMT would make sure those notice to airmen, I think it's NOTAM, would go out sufficiently.
Okay.
But we'll get back to you all on a timeline and make sure you're well informed on all that.
Before we start construction, I would assume we get back to everyone. Would that work, April?
That'll work.
So before we start anything, we'll let you know what plan we have, at least for the first section of it, and then we'll keep you up to date.
We should have a better idea of exactly what it is once we have the contract signed.
Okay.
Talk to the contractor on that.
And talk to the contractor about their scheduling.
Yes.
Very good. Thank you, Colton. Appreciate you being here on that. Okay. Okay.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Alderman Hoffman.
so just an interesting side thing that comes out of this, if it is going to be shut down for a while and we're going to be moving and sending traffic over to Lacey Fine, that might be an interesting way. I hope we're tracking the data to see if we efficiently can do that while that is closed, just so that we know down the road that maybe it's not the best use of that property.
Well, we can demonstrate how much traffic is going to go over there versus somewhere else if it's closed, that's for sure. Other questions or comments from the board? Just
Motion
looking
to
for-
approve.
Alderman Collins, thank you. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Alderman Rucker, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Next item is Bill 2690, an ordinance of the City of Osage Beach, Missouri, amending Chapter 110 of the Code of Ordinances to clarify authority of the Board of members of the Board of Aldermen to introduce legislation and to establish procedures for the administrative review and processing of proposed ordinances and resolutions. This is a first reading. I believe Alderman Rucker, you're up on this one.
Yes, sometime back, I didn't care for the way an ordinance that I wanted to present to the board was dealt with. So I, of course, looked at the readings of the ordinances that give us the guidelines on how that's supposed to occur. And with the assistance of our city clerk helping me to research, I couldn't find too much that was in our ordinances that gives us the guidelines. So with that, I jotted some notes and dealt with our city attorney to little more specifically lay out the game plan on how things are to occur and how they're to be followed. And as you can see, the original ordinance was A and B, which was very short. And now we are a little more lengthy, obviously, so we can spell it out. We can make it real crystal clear on how it's to be done and how it's to be followed. So that's what this is all about, and that's where it came from.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from Alderman Osteen?
Just a comment, I want to commend Alderman Rucker for his work on this ordinance, especially when you look at how it is currently written, which was very vague and brief, and you really dive down into the details and different scenarios, so kudos for bringing this before the board. That's all.
Thank you. Alderman Collins?
I raised my hand to say exactly what Alderman Osteen said. So thank you, Alderman Rucker, and great job.
Right. Other comments or questions? Seeing none, I just need a motion.
Motion to approve.
That was Alderman Osteen? I'm sorry, who was the second? Alderman George? All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Next item is Bill 2693, an ordinance of the City of Osage Beach, Missouri, extending the term of the interim city attorney pursuant to Section 115.110D of the Osage Beach City Code. First and second reading. This has my name on it, so this is just to, as we talked in strategic planning, to extend Todd Miller as the city attorney for 90 more days as we assess that position being contracted versus in-house, if you will. So any questions or concerns? I know that there was an email about trying to explain how we're doing this and why. There's some verbiage in the ordinances around a 90-day appointment as an interim, and so we're just trying to make sure that we follow the ordinances and everything's clean. Alderman Hoffman.
So I fully support this, and Todd, you've been doing a great job, and thank you very much. But I would like to caution that this be the last time that we extend and we make sure that we're putting him or someone else into a full-time position.
Right. I will just say that at the end of at least 5 months of this, we're going to have a real good handle on what the costs are and look at and how the service works, the service model works. And before the 90 days is up, there'll be a recommendation, and we'll be working through that. If anything, the only extension that I can see would be is if we decided to go a different route, and until we could get that route implemented, we might need one more extension, if you will, if that makes sense to everyone. Okay.
I just don't want to kick the can down the road too far. But
no, we need to make a decision on whether we want to stay with the model we used to have or the model that we're currently using. We need to make a decision on that. I agree.
yeah, thanks.
Okay. Any other comments or questions?
Motion to approve first reading.
Alderman Rucker, do I hear a second?
Second.
Alderman Hoffman, I heard that first. That was close. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Second reading, Bill 2693 as previously read. Any questions or concerns from the board? Seeing none, I just need a motion.
Motion to approve.
Alderman McKay and second by Alderman Osteen. Roll call, please.
Alderman George.
Yes.
Alderman Hoffman.
Yes.
Alderman Rucker.
Yes.
Alderman McKay.
Yes.
Alderman Collins.
Yes.
Alderman Osteen.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Welcome aboard for 90 more days.
Todd's done a good job, great job, and we'll see how this all goes. And Todd's been a good partner in trying to help us determine what's the best model. He's how would I say? He's a third party, and he is interested, but he's not pushing that this is the right model, and I appreciate that objectivity, if you will. Next item, Resolution 2026-20, a resolution of the Board of Aldermen of the City of Osage Beach, Missouri, stating facts and reasons for approving a budget amendment for the fiscal year 2026 to increase appropriations for aviation fuel resale at Grand Glaze Airport. I assume this is April tonight, right? All right, go ahead, April.
Ty's away at the Four States Air Conference, so that's why I'm doing these for him. But yeah, he asked for an additional $45,000 to cover not only the current overage on aviation fuel at Grand Glaze, but he thinks he'll need one more order before the end of the year. So that would bring that amended budget up to $105,000 for aviation fuel.
very good.
And I put, I put comments in there about naturally, we expect revenue to increase accordingly. We are projecting year-end revenue to fall somewhere between 115,000 and 125,000, depending on late season traffic and fuel demand and all of that good stuff. So recommend approval.
All right, Alderman Osteen.
Yeah, I'm just curious on how much our costs to assume and cover the increased prices are being carried over into what we're charging customers, i.e., can you give us any idea on, we've had a 25% increase on fuel costs that we are passing on, or?
I do know.
I'm just curious how this correlates with, obviously, fuel costs are higher. We're over budget on what we basically are purchasing to send to third parties or to purchasers, but I'm just curious how that's relaying down the line to them.
That's why I put my comments in there about revenue will increase accordingly, because he does a markup of like 25 to 30%, and so he's keeping that same margin.
Okay.
So our revenue should increase accordingly. You know, revenue's also based off of gallons sold, not just the cost of purchasing the fuel, so it won't be as in line as what you might expect, but like I said, we should have plenty of revenue to offset this expense.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a markup on everything we sell, so there's
Yeah.
more than, there's some percentage, and I wasn't sure what the markup was.
That's why I was kind of curious on the percentage, and obviously with increased fuel costs, how much that percentage has increased over the last 6 months.
Given that it's a percentage, then the penny markup should be even more from a net, but I'm not sure if we'll adjust that. That's going to be tied. Alderman Hoffman, did you have something?
Well, yeah, along these lines, Alderman Collins and I had kind of looked into this, how we were pricing our fuel, and we kind of found that we were maybe a little bit higher than some of the airports. So while I support this, but I think we need to, and Ty's not here, so we can't ask him, but this does kind of fall under your umbrella. We need to make sure that we're not pricing ourselves out competitively with the other airports. And we found that we were, to a degree, doing that. So we need to take a look into that.
Yeah, he's reported before, it's a balancing act. You know, try what you get the fuel, what you receive it at, and then, you know, trying to not overshoot what the neighboring airports are at, but also making the markup we need to survive.
Sure. Have full faith in you guys. Just want to make sure that we're not competitive, because that's a topic that I've heard out in town a little bit. So.
Well, and I know this has been talked about before, but the next time that Ty plans to be at the meeting, could, during his comments, we don't necessarily have to have an agenda item, but if he could bring that up, bring some of that forward and try to clarify that. We do have a new board, and sometimes we just need to revisit things. So if Ty could be prepared on the next meeting to do so, that would be great, that he's planning to attend.
Yep.
Okay? All right. So any other questions? Alderman Rucker, thank you.
A couple things. First of all, the subject matter that you've talked about has been previously, and we have to understand, and as I think April said, what goes in the ground today may not get sold for some time, and what our neighbors have in the ground they bought a long time ago. But the other thing that we have to understand from a revenue side is what we pay for this year we may not get some of that revenue till next year, so it won't be reflected in that number. So we can't really look at year to year, or excuse me, just that 1 year. We have to spread that out over some time. So when we look at that, but I know that I'm sure Ty will be able to fill us in on how we are, I believe, staying competitive.
So I just have a couple quick things. One, do we know if we're selling more fuel at Grand Glaze or is this all predominantly due to markup and timing of purchases? And if we don't know, Ty's not here, that's okay.
When I asked Ty about it, he just said due to increased aviation
costs?
fuel.
Okay.
I didn't get that detailed, so.
Do we have any idea if something from Lee C. Fine might be coming along these lines also? And if we don't, that's okay, but
I don't think so. I think he's on
Really?
target there.
Maybe we have
so-
more storage there.
Yeah,
Okay.
or we had enough left over from last year, you know.
Okay, the way the inventory
Yeah.
fell?
Right.
Okay, very good. All right, I guess we need is this a motion? It's a resolution, so this is new to me a little bit.
Yes, you need a motion.
Yeah. Okay, so looking
Motion
for
to approve.
Alderman Collins. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Alderman Rucker. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right. Next item, Resolution 2026-21, a resolution of the Board of Aldermen of the City of Osage Beach, Missouri, stating facts and reasons for approving a budget amendment for fiscal year 2026 to increase appropriations for sewer odor control. Jeff Fisher, Public Works Director, please.
Thank you, Mayor. I hope that most of us would agree that the city's been super aggressive on attacking the odors across the system. In the spring, when we decided to dial up the bugs to get us through the summer, we also knew we were going to underspend in a few line items and be able to cover that. We've had good success, fortunately, with the system this summer. And so we know we can cover this 120,000 so that at the end of the year, you won't see an increase in the bottom line of the budget.
Very good. Questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, just need a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Alderman George, do I hear a second?
Second.
Alderman Hoffman, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution carries. Next item is a discussion on the dog park bathroom. Eric Gregory, Parks Manager, we'll hand it over to you, sir.
Well, thank you, Mayor and members of the board. Last year, in preparing for the 2026 budget, I was looking at options for a bathroom for our dog park.
Eric, either louder or closer to
Is
the
it
mic.
on?
Yep, yeah, it's on. You hear
Okay.
me? Okay,
Now we
very
can.
good. And reached out to several companies, ultimately settling on the CXT restroom. In your package, you'll see information and photos of this restroom. I had very good luck with these when I worked for state parks. They're very durable, and I thought this was the best option. They are on state contract and Sourcewell. While preparing the budget, I obtained a quote from them. At the time, I confirmed with the salesperson the pricing would remain valid through January 26th, when we were anticipating making the purchase. I did ask to be contacted if anything to be changed. Based on that quote, the project was budgeted for $85,000, including approximately $20,000 for a lift station and sewer water connections. When I contacted CXT in January to place the order, I was informed that the state contract had changed shortly after the original quote was issued, resulting in higher pricing that they could not honor. When I had asked why I had not been notified, I was told the company had experienced a sales team transition. The new representative failed to contact me, which I was very disappointed.
Great.
In an effort to find a lower cost option, staff was later directed by the previous city administrator to issue both a request for proposal for a design-build restroom and an invitation for bid for prefabricated restroom. Unfortunately, we received no bids for those. Also, as an alternative, staff obtained pricing for mobile modular restroom. Quotes for both the CXT precast restroom and the mobile modular restroom are included in your packet. Since the packet was prepared, CXT did notify me today of the new state contract, which goes into effect in 4 days, and the increase will take effect on August 25th. The Ozark 1 unit, currently priced at $83,535 without insulation and heat, will increase to $87,662. The insulated and heated model will go up again about $4,000 or $5,000. Because this updated pricing was received after the meeting packet deadline, it was not included. I do apologize for that. At this time, staff is seeking the board's direction on how to proceed, and the available options I gave you were purchase the standard CXT precast restroom for seasonal use. Current project budget is $85,000. However, by deferring 3 smaller budgeted park projects and applying a donation received for this project, the available funding could increase to approximately $111,000, which would be within budget. The drawback of that is, as I said, this would be a seasonal restroom, which I do not think would be popular at our dog park. Now, as an alternative, there is an option that park staff could insulate and install a heater within a restroom, relatively cheap. I'm confident we could, so just keep that in mind. Second option, purchase an insulated and heated CXT precast restroom for year-round use. Unfortunately, this would be $127,000, which is $16,000 over budget. Third option, purchase a mobile modular restroom. There are advantages to this. We could get it relatively quickly. They're cheaper, but they will not last as long. And aesthetically, they'll not look as well as a permanent bathroom in our parks. Fourth option is to rebid the project using a more detailed RFP and IFB. We may have better luck. And then final option, continue using portable restroom and include the project in the 2027 budget. So I'm just looking for a little guidance here on what the board would like to do, and I'm happy to answer any questions. Sir.
Go ahead. Amy.
So the infrastructure's in place as far as hooking up to the sewer and electric and all that, correct?
The sewer department will install the lift station and trench down to our maintenance shop and tie into the main lift station down there.
Okay.
If this is the decision, we work with CXT in preparing the site and getting it ready for plumbing and electrical hookups.
Okay.
Alderman Hoffman.
Well, this is an easy one for me. I'm obviously been spearheading the dog park since day one. It has doubled the traffic to our park. It is quite possibly the nicest dog park in Missouri. So I'd like to have nice bathrooms to go with it. And I think spending a little bit more to have a really nice park is more important than saving a little bit of money to put some precast, weird-looking bathrooms over there. So that's where I'm standing on that.
So I'm not sure I understand. Which of these options are you recommending?
The best one.
You know which one that is? Fair enough. Keep going. Alderman Collins.
I agree with Alderman Hoffman. I think that the dog park is getting a lot of use. Do we have any numbers on how many people use it during the winter?
Last year, well, yeah, I could get you those numbers. We have monthly numbers. I don't have them off the top of my head. The total visitation for the dog park last year was roughly 55,000. It just depends on the weather. Even 40 degrees, I mean, there's people there every day. There's every 5 minutes driving by, so.
And presumably, if we did one of the non-heated varieties, I don't like the temporary ones at all, no. If we did the non-heated one, presumably we would have to turn the water off in the winter?
We would have to winterize it like we do the bathroom at Phoenix, because they're not meant to be used in the wintertime.
And assuming that you move forward on this, is it something that the difference between what we currently have budgeted and what we need to budget, that we could add that to the 2027 budget, or do we have to do a budget amendment?
Well, that is an option. If you want to add this to the 2027 budget, I just update the pricing and we put it on the budget for next year. And I have the state contract, which is in place until August 24th, 2027. It is in the contract.
But do we run the risk of it going up in price yet again? It seems to be going up often.
Pretty fast.
They assured me that because it's in the contract, that they cannot legally raise the price
Usually the state
until
bids.
August of next year, because it's on state bid.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
my recommendation, and I hate this because I really wanted to get a bathroom in this year, is to go with the expensive option and budget for next year. But I'll do whatever the board wants to do.
Alderman Osteen.
Yeah, I agree with everything that's been stated. I think obviously we should go with the year-round insulated and heated. As we all know, Missouri weather is a crazy crystal ball. And for us to get into a situation where we are winterizing a restroom facility when we have 60-degree days in February out of nowhere, obviously that works against us. So I hate to say it, but we should bite the bullet and go with top of the line. That is going to be a facility that can be utilized year-round because we cannot predict the weather. I hate the idea of winterizing. I'm not a fan of the mobilization units either. That seems like there are more issues than we would anticipate. So I agree with what's been stated previously.
Alderman George.
I am a strong no on the mobile modular restroom. I mean, it doesn't make any sense if we're just going to do that, then you just continue to keep on. You're going to have to pump these out. You're going to have to maintain them like you do just a standard porta potty. So to me, that's a no-go. I am very much on supporting our citizens and giving them things in the parks. I believe we have a very large budget that we need to start giving back to our citizens. And I believe that being able to utilize this park, and I agree with Hoffman and my other aldermen here, that the more expensive one and not winterizing it, because the winters are pretty rough here, and then they're awesome. the very next day. So I don't think that we need to put on our staff and making sure that it's winterized and chance of breaking them and putting it on our public works when we have the infrastructure, we have everything there, and it's truthfully not very much more to give our citizens something that is
Year-round.
something respectful and year-round.
The only thing that I'll remind the board of is that I am also putting on the budget request for the parks a splash pad for Phoenix. And that will be much more expensive than $130,000. So just something to consider. This can be discussed during, our budget meetings. And I'll have small, medium, large splash pad options for you to consider.
Awesome. Thank you.
Well, if I could, okay, go ahead. I'll let the board speak first. Alderman McKay.
The one question I had also, it says heated, insulated. Is there also air conditioning, or is it?
Nope, just heated in the winter.
I just know in the summer, if it's steaming hot in there, it's harder to clean and maintain as well. I don't know, is that an option to have it climate controlled, or?
I'm sure it is, but,
Okay.
to have it heated, it's $20,000 more. Our restrooms at the concession stand are open year-round, and they are not air-conditioned. They're just heated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alderman Rucker, did you have something?
Yes. You answered one of my questions. The second question, the second question is, presently, we have a porta potty down there now
Correct.
that we're utilizing to take care of the situation, so we do have some. The next thing is, for those that may not be dog lovers, this doesn't take care of just the dog park. I don't want to rain on Alderman Hoffman's parade there, but, this is not just for the dog park. So it is available to be used by other people within the park. So it does have more than just that one use.
That's helping my parade, by the way, but thank you.
I would like to see us move forward with doing it in the 2027 budget and go through the procedures to be able to get it all taken care of. And I do realize you're going to be bringing a large amount of expenditure projections for next year, but it will only be an additional $45,000 for this project because you're going to have $85,000 that's going to be carried over from this year's budget that could be carried over to next year's budget. So that's my thoughts.
So if I could provide a couple of comments, if y'all don't mind. First of all, I agree with you that the modular mobile restroom, we tried those at Taco Bell's whenever we were doing remodels, and they don't work well at all. Okay, so I think that's I completely agree with this. I think it should be insulated and heated. Keep in mind, these are plastic bathrooms. They're plastic walls, okay? I wish we would know what the cost would be for a permanent block build type, because we could easily design a mini split, okay? Just like you would have in a hotel room, for lack of a better term, where we could have the air conditioning that Alderman McKay talked about along with the heat, okay? And we can make sure that, I would love to see if we could go back out to bid and see if we could get a couple of bids and just see what it would cost to, for lack of a better term, stick build. It would be block build, something that I think would be better insulated, would probably last longer, and maybe less money, and we could put the mini splits in because they become very reasonable. But it will be some time before we can figure that out. So that's the challenge that we have with the whole thing. I think that, the Phoenix Park restroom, although we've had to do some things to it, has been there for a very long time and still does a fine job generally. Once we got the sewer, we had some sewer problems with it a few years ago, but it's been fine since. And I'm not so sure you couldn't build something better for less, but we're going to have to figure out how to get bids. And I think maybe if we worked with our building official and also a couple of the engineers in town to figure out who some vendors are, that we could give them notification. This also went out to bid in what time of the year, Eric, where we didn't get a response?
June.
Pretty busy time for contractors to be looking at something like that. So that is one option too, and I realize that we all like to get this done, and I don't know that that it's even worth waiting to get those bids, but that is an option to go back out and see if somebody's interested in doing this and see what kind of number that they could provide. So any feedback anybody has on that, I appreciate. Alderman Hoffman.
Well, I do like the idea. I would just say that if we think that that's going to push it back to where these things wouldn't be built by, say, the 1st of May, then I think it's.
I don't think so. I think you could probably get it done. Yeah.
Because I think they need to be ready for season next year.
I agree with that.
So
I agree with. I think that we could probably get it out. We could put it back out to bid pretty quick, right?
We could. The only thing, again, I think the challenge that worked against us was the timing of the year, I think we could absolutely do a better RFP and IFB. April and I worked on it. We didn't have a lot of experience in it.
Sure.
And with some help, it could broaden the parameters and we'd be more successful. However, it is August and the contractors still are busy and don't necessarily need the work. So happy to do whatever.
So just for clarity, if we were to put it back out for bid, could we get pricing within 30 days? How long would it probably take to get pricing? How long, we have to leave it out for a certain amount of time?
15 days, right, Tara?
It's 15 days.
Okay, so 30 to 45 days, we could have pricing or lack thereof and say nobody's still interested and just move forward. Does that seem reasonable?
Reasonable to me.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And there's a
Anybody-
chance,
go
oh,
ahead.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
And there's a chance, say we do put it out to bid in September or October to try to meet contractors' needs better, and it comes in a lot less, I mean, we could go ahead and start on it. I mean, the money has been appropriated in '26, and then if it does carry over and we need a budget amendment or in '26, or if we need to carry it over into '27, that's there too. So if they could start on it in the winter or fall, late fall.
Yeah, I think this is something, I saw Alderman Ricker's hand. Did you?
Well, I think that what we would need to include in the bid that we normally don't is, we expect them to start tomorrow. I think we should say that we want it completed by May, and therefore, if we get a contractor that just loaded, slammed, and doesn't have the time to do it, but can start on it in January or February, that would still, that may give us more bids coming in from those folks that, and this is the bad time of the year generally to put stuff out. But
it's getting closer.
But if we give them that time that it doesn't have to be completed, we'd like to have it completed by May 1st, I think that would give us some opportunity to some better.
And we can talk about that, but I'd almost suggest April 1st so you get it done by May 1st.
April
But
1st,
anyway,
yeah.
Alderman George.
I just want to clarify, we are okay with the contract we have currently. If we go through this, we're not losing this potential opportunity, like he said.
No, the contract starts in 4 days and it goes till August 25th of
Perfect.
next year.
Then, so we've got to back up at the very
Correct.
minimum. All right, I'm good with that, absolutely.
Carrie, go ahead.
Yeah, as it pertains to when we went out to bid the last time, I think functionally the biggest issue was that Eric was given a time frame that was going to make it virtually impossible for them to get the product done and delivered to us on time. So I think even more than the time of year that we went out for it was just the constriction of getting, because it was a design build. We go out, we design the project, we design the building, and then we build the building. And basically, in conversations that I had, it seemed like we were 6 to 8 weeks short on the amount of time we needed to give them for them to deliver. The positives of doing that process is we might save money. We certainly would hopefully get to use local contractors to do a project in the park, which is a positive. And if we move any of these things over to 2027, whatever option that you do, then that leaves Eric's money open for the projects that he has on the budget this year, batting cage and a couple of different things, which are things we could go ahead and deliver for the park this year. So I think regardless of which way you go, whether we want to go out and test the waters on the design build and see if we can save money and time on that, we can do that. And then ultimately, if the best option is CXT, then we can go that route as well. If we, move it into 2027, give ourselves some time.
I may be wrong, and of course, someone may not respond, but if we get responses, I think we would have some visibility by the 1st of October of what our real cost would be. And I think we'll end up with better quality. I don't know what the cost will be, but I think the quality will be better long-term than these plastic buildings. The plastic buildings are okay. If you've been to state parks, you've seen some of them, but block buildings are still my preference, I'll just say that.
To be clear, the CXT building is a precast concrete building. They are pretty much indestructible. There's photos of them in your packet. They're not plastic.
Rubberized paint.
Okay, then maybe, I apologize. It
That's
said
okay.
simulated barnwood textured walls, so I thought that sounded like plastic to me.
So they build it into the concrete design. It looks like
Okay.
barnwood, yeah.
Okay. Anyone have any concern with trying to put it back out to bid and see what we got?
No.
Okay, very good. Are you good, Eric? You got what you need?
Thank you.
All right, very good, thank you. All right, that concludes the agenda items. The next item we'll start with staff communications, and we'll start with Maddie Moon, Human Resource Director. Do you have anything?
I have no updates tonight.
Very good. Eric?
No updates, sir.
Jeff Fisher, Public Works.
I do have a couple of things. Thank you, Mayor. One, I just really want to let you know how highly I think of the Public Works team. They are doing some really good work this year. We're paving roads that we haven't done in the past and most cities don't do. Water is reducing the water loss from 30+% to already in the low 20s, and that takes a lot of work. And sewer, of course, has done an excellent job attacking the odors, and I'll say about half-staffed. And that's been a difficulty for us in the sewer. They're a really good team, but the nature of the work is hard, and it's other things, and the on-call is pretty rough. So they've done a lot of work already this year with limited resources, which means also we haven't got to the PMs in a hard way like we want to. But once we're fully staffed, I feel good about that. And then our asset management team, that's what we're calling it. It's the engineering team, the old engineering team. The data collection's been really, really good. GIS is really coming along under Hannah's lead. Colton as the PM, the project management, the delivery of projects has come a long way. Looking at design guideline updates that we'll keep you posted on. We're getting caught up on the old backlog of projects that have been around for a while. And with the exception of a couple, which I'm going to talk about one of them next, they're doing really good. So just wanted to let you know that this team gets things done, and I never hear complaints on them. I mean, like, never. So we have one project that's been challenging and is starting to really concern us. As you might remember, the pavement management plan is supposed to happen here in the next few weeks, and the service line project is urgent. And we've met with them once and agreed they were going to do a couple of things, and sent them. We did approve a change order that will come to you on the September 3rd agenda. It's within April's authority to approve, but then followed it up with you. With that change order, we sent them a letter to let them know that we really do need to get things done. We need to get things done expeditiously. They are trying. So we're trying to figure out how to meet with them tomorrow or maybe even Saturday, because we're having some scheduling problems getting both parties together to figure out how we can continue to help them and support them. And it's probably going to be a difficult discussion, but what we want to do is avoid negative outcomes for both parties and get the pavement done. We're likely to be able to get the overlays started on time. The treatments are the ones that we're real worried about now, and if we can't figure out how to solve this, we'll have to delay the microsurfacing part and the chip seal part this year until next year, which obviously would come with increased costs next year. So I'll keep you posted. I'm optimistic we'll be able to figure it out, but that's where we're at on that. There is one other project that is likely not, that may carry over into next year. It's the Phillips water line extension project. Having a few challenges there, but we're going to reach out to every property owner and make ourselves available for any questions they have. What we might end up doing is just replace the water line that's there now to get that part done and figure the rest out next year maybe. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have.
I have a quick question. Have they started the water, we're putting sleeving water lines across the roads? That's what you're talking about, is that contractor, is that correct?
That's right.
Has that project, have they started it at all?
Yeah, there's 80 service lines. I think they've done 32. We are supposed to be done by the end of next week, which we won't be.
Okay.
So we're gonna try and solve that.
Okay. Did they start later, or has it been, they've just been slower than we
I think they might have
expected?
started a week late.
Okay.
But that's not the
Not
problem.
significant?
Yeah.
Okay. Appreciate the update. Anyone else have any questions for Jeff? Alderman Rucker.
Was this the contractor that this wasn't certified in doing this? And this was their first go-around into this area?
There was a contractor that had certifications that
That we chose not to
in the
go
other one's
with.
defense, most don't have those kinds of certifications, so, yeah, but this is the one that you're thinking of. Yep.
This was the local contractor that was significantly cheaper.
right.
Is that a
This
fair
was-
way to put it?
Right.
Yes.
And they've been positive the whole time. This could be a lot worse if they didn't maintain a positive attitude about it all, so
Okay,
I'm optimistic.
very good. All right, Carrie Bell, City Treasurer.
No report this evening.
All right.
Thank you.
Carrie Patterson, City Planner.
Yes, Mayor. So we are proceeding with the market and economic analysis and study that we're doing. It is on, if not ahead of schedule. And we met with Jeff and Caleb and Colton and Rob and Chris this week to discuss infrastructure, capacity issues, and those type of things will be built into this plan as well with their recommendations and the plan moving forward. So I want to say that I truly appreciate the guys from Public Works taking an hour of their day the other morning and spending it with our consultants. And that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Police Chief Todd Davis.
We had a new employee start last Wednesday. Jeff Barkoff is our evidence custodian, and he hit the floor running and good to go. And we have 2 officers graduating academy tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, and they'll be sworn in at 3 o'clock here in the boardroom. If anybody wants to come, welcome.
3 o'clock tomorrow, is that correct?
3 o'clock tomorrow. One starts Saturday morning, the other one starts Monday night.
Right to work, huh?
So, right to work.
Very good. All right, City Clerk Tara Barrett.
I don't have anything tonight, thank you.
All right. City Attorney Todd Miller.
Nothing to add, but thank you for the kind words, Mayor, and thank you for your vote of confidence.
Thank you. Interim City Administrator April White.
Thank you, Mayor. I know you all told Maddie that she didn't need to report staff or open positions since she sends the email out every Friday now, or I guess Abby sends it out. But just in case, I wanted to make sure everybody knows we are hiring for a city administrator as well as some other positions. And I want to thank Kerry Patterson. He's been in on those initial interviews with the mayor and I and Maddie, and really appreciated his input. And we've got a few we're shipping on to round 2, so that's still in process. That's all I have.
Thank you, and I'll just add to that on the city administrator that we've got past the first round, and we've got 4 or 5 we're bringing back for second rounds, and we're getting those scheduled, so we're progressing. Okay. All right. Alderman Osteen.
Just a few words this evening. First of all, I would like to congratulate the developers of the outlet mall. Looks like we finally have gone through the last hoop we needed to jump through to get this outlet mall finally a done deal. I would also like to thank and congratulate everyone sitting on this dais and our city staff, as well as those that have sat on this dais before us that were part of making this project happen, including Celeste Barella, Phyllis Morose, and Michael Harmison. It's been a long time coming. It's been a year of a roller coaster on trying to hammer out the details on this, but I see no negatives moving forward. This is going to be a great asset to this community. My only other item is I would like to, on behalf of this board, send my condolences to Alderman Justin Hoffman on the passing of his mother this week. I'm to cry for you. She was very proud of you. I remember her sitting here when you were sworn in on the Board of Aldermen, and she was ecstatic about it. So I've known his mother for many years and the family, so sorry for the loss.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Okay, Alderman George.
I want to thank Alderman Collins, Mayor Ross, and everyone that's had a big part in this mall. The developer for working with everybody. I know it's been a tough go, and I'm so excited to see this thing move forward. One thing that Jeff said earlier that really brings something as my career and been in is that, he mentioned that he didn't have any complaints from his employees, and I believe that that's indicative of their leader. So good job for what you're doing out there and keeping everything there. So I think that's huge. I want you to be commended for that. And lastly, condolences to you, Mr. Alderman Hoffman. That's tough, buddy.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate it.
Alderman Collins.
I just want to say thank you to the board for your confidence in me. Hopefully, you won't regret it.
Tough shoes to fill.
Absolutely, they are, absolutely. And then I want to thank the mayor and Mark Spikerman and Jeff White and everybody that worked on the city's team for the mall redevelopment project. It's been a long road and we have finally gotten there. But I really want to thank Chris Foster and your entire team for your dedication for a very long time to making this mall project a reality. And I cannot wait to attend the ribbon cutting and do some shopping.
Very good. Alderman Hoffman.
So, congratulations, Alderman Collins. I have the utmost confidence in you to be president of the board. So, congratulations. Tara, how many people have signed up for our boat rides? Do you know?
Oh, well, I can give you an exact here in 2 seconds, but I think it's around 240.
Jeez.
But let me get an exact for you.
That's fantastic, by the way. Great work. So I too want to congratulate the developer on the Outlet Mall, Chris Foster. We've been working on this thing for a while. It all started over some Chinese food in Springfield, I think. But the dedication of the staff, our staff has been phenomenal. Jeff White's been phenomenal. Spikerman, they've been dedicated behind the scenes, working hard on this project. Our former city attorney, former staff members, former board members, former mayor. This isn't just the people that are in this room. There's been a lot of people involved, and I want to thank everyone for their effort, and this is going to be awesome. So congratulations, Chris, and go get them.
Yeah, I have a number. It's 246.
246. Love it. It's great.
Yep.
And lastly, I want to thank everyone for reaching out to me. My mother's passing was a couple days ago. It obviously a tough thing. I love and miss my mom already. Ironically, I was at the funeral home today with my aunt, kind of finalizing some things, and a woman walked around the corner with, and we were just talking about there's going to be a lot of flowers at this thing. We want to try and find a way to, figure out, are we going to have enough room? And a lady walks around the corner and she says, I've got flowers here for Donald Hoffman. And I said, he died 9 years ago. Who's that from? And they said, the city of Osage Beach. And I thought, is my dad, getting one more over on the city? I mean, Carrie Patterson, I don't know how this is happening.
I made sure it said your mom's name, so I will be calling tomorrow.
Well, she did come back. She took her back out to the car and came back, and she said, I'm so sorry. These are supposed to come Monday, and I think we did get the name wrong. I'm like, I'm pretty sure.
That's pretty good. Oh, thank God. Giving me heart attacks. Kevin gave me a heart attack tonight. You're giving me a heart attack.
But beautiful flowers, and thank you all very much for doing that. And the visitation for my mom will be out at Hedges on Highway 42 from 2 to 4, and a service by Jim and Andy Bryan, who were the pastors at Harper Chapel right next door back when I was a wee kid. And that's where we first went to church, really, with my mom and dad. So they're going to be there, and I just want to again thank everyone for all the support. It's been helpful, so I appreciate it.
Thank you. Alderman McKay.
I just want to piggyback on what everybody said. Congratulations to the Fosters, your hard work, current staff, previous staff. It's amazing the amount of work that everybody's put in to just make sure the details are fair on both sides. It's been interesting to watch the process. Alderman Collins, congratulations to you. And again,
Thanks, buddy.
that's all I got.
Alderman Rucker.
Yes, I shared some words with Alderman Hoffman. I can relate to the fact that his mother is knowing what's going on. And to those of you who don't understand that, her situation that she was dealing with, my mother-in-law had the same situation. So she knows what's going on right now. Congratulations to our graduates from for PD. That program has now been a couple, 2 or 3 years since we started that, supporting the huh? Has it been 5? Wow. Anyway, it's been working, so great for that. As the Outlet Mall, first of all, I can leave this at home now. And second of all, I can take a stack at home I have like this and throw it away.
Yeah.
Because I will tell you, as a senior person here, 2013, October, 2014, into 13, into 14, Mayor Oliveri visited with the Simons, the people that own the mall, to try to get them to lower their pricing because the theater was leaving, and tried to get that lowered so that the trampoline park could go in there. So that's how long that's been floating around my brain. It's good to see something finally be to a point to where the rubber goes down tomorrow or tonight on the road and you're driving now. So we're passengers, we're not driving anymore. So it's up to you now to carry that torch now. So with that, we'll sit back and wait for the ribbon cutting. Thank you.
Very good, thank you. So I have a couple of quick things. First, I want to change it up just a little bit. I want to recognize Abby Bareth. She's been dealing with this calendar of mine, trying to figure out when we can do scheduled interviews. And the way my calendar is, that's extremely challenging. And I appreciate her patience and her effectiveness on it. She's been great to work with, and I can't thank her enough. Alderman Hoffman, thinking of you, man.
Thank you,
Heart's with you, and you know where we're at if we can help. And, hang in there. It only gets better. And from the Outlet Mall standpoint, I thank the Fosters and Horizon Group. You all have been committed, and the amount of intentionality around this project over the last, I'm guessing, round numbers 4 years has been nothing short of amazing. Is it 5, Chris? Okay, fair enough. At first you don't succeed, you try again, and you guys could not be defeated. And I applaud you for that intentionality. And what you're about to do for this community is nothing short of fantastic. So look forward to working with you in the future, and thanks for everything you've done. All right? And that's all I have. I think we're going to get out of here pretty short time, so I just need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Alderman Hoppin, do I hear a second?
Second.
Alderman George, all those in favor?
Aye.
Have a great evening, folks. This has been a great day at Osage Beach.